Hello, hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, wonderful evening, whenever you're catching this. I am live, but we shouting out all the people on the replay. I tend to forget about them sometimes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But hashtag replay people. But yes, we're on StreamYard. We got my TikTok plan here. If you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you do. Mystic Storm 333. Those are my pretty much my go-tos. You type it on socials, you'll find me that way. All right. Then we're gonna get into this. Let me fade out this music. All right. So yes, we're gonna get into it. And I'm excited about this Taurus full moon. It is a lunar eclipse. Okay. So we did have a solar eclipse in Libra about a week ago, right? And I know for me, I felt drained. Like I had to like sleep the whole day. It was I was just it was not it. But I have been feeling like an uptick in energy, which is good. So let me know how y'all feeling in the chat when it goes that way. But yeah, we're gonna get started on the presentation here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I am filming this on a Wednesday, Mercury Day, but I am doing a tarot circle here in the Nashville area. So tomorrow from 7 to 9. All right, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right, so after work you get to chill a little bit, then come over here. All right. I'm inside of the Create Hub, okay, off of Plus Park Boulevard. Yeah, you'll see all that information on my socials. But and then I should put on the banner. Oh, I already got the banner on here. I'm good. All right. So yes, I had to shout out my tarot circle. And with doing that, let's get into this info on the eclipse here. All right. I'm trying to get this set up the way I like it. Thank y'all for liking and all that stuff. I wish I could put TikTok on StreamYard too. So that way y'all can see the presentation. But it's cool. It's cool. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it in this view. All right. So we got the Taurus full moon. Like I said, it's a lunar eclipse, and it's happening October 28th at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So make sure you change the time zone where it sees fit. I'm in Central, so we're an hour behind. So that is 3:15. All right. So it's right before Samhain, aka Halloween. So yeah, it's gonna be intense. I like it though. I like it. So okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way. So for those who don't know me, yes, I'm Mystic Storm. I am a psychic medium, a healer. I do Reiki and energy healing as well as astrology, and I'm also a spiritual guide. All right. I'm a Aquarius Sun, Pisces Moon, Gemini Rising. Whew, this energy. Aquarius Sun, Pisces Moon, Gemini rising. All right. With a Capricorn stellium. So, yes, Lord. But my mission here is to clear the path to a new life, very transformative energy. A lot of times when we go through storms or the dark night of the soul, like we feel like all hope is lost or we can't see the end goal or where to go next. We may be at a crossroads. Yeah, my motto for Mystic Storm is to just provide clarity and insight and inspiration to everyone because we're all going through this transformative journey simultaneously. We get so caught up in routines, and Taurus is about routines, but it is when it comes to routines, in that we still change. It's a new day every day. It's not the same. So even though we have habits to try to keep us grounded, right? We are ever changing, ever evolving. Okay. So this is why, and Taurus is the opposition of Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. So shout out to all my Scorpios, right? But yeah, with it being like that, it's yes, we have to be grounded, and that's where the habits are, but really in the background, everything is moving, everything is changing. And that's why sometimes we look up and we like, okay, I didn't notice the progress. Okay. So a lot of times we be sleeping on ourselves. That's that's another thing to think about. You be sleeping on yourself sometimes. As long as you show up and take baby steps, it's gonna be okay. All right. But yes, that's my tangent on that. But again, I want to say that I am having a free reading giveaway for the 500 subscribers that we reach on the YouTube channel. So again, make sure that you subscribe, make sure you engage there too, so that way I can make sure I write your name down on the ballot. But wanted to expand the YouTube community. And again, with this reading, it will be us on Zoom talking face to face, virtually. And then we're pulling cards, creating a plan of action, all that stuff. Okay. So, yes, make sure you get at me on YouTube, Mystic Storm. All right. So, we're going to go over what's the agenda, for tonight, because I am filming this rather late. It's currently 9:07 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, this is out of the ordinary for me, but with things changing, I am getting more into being more of a night owl. And y'all like, this is 9 o'clock, girl. You not a night owl, but I'm like, this is for me to be on live like this. Yeah, this is night owl. I'd rather be in bed instead. But we have horoscopes and readings up first, right? And we're starting with water signs because we are in Scorpio season. Scorpio is a water sign. Then we're going into I put in astrology insights, but how I usually do them, I'm just going to look at the chart and flow tonight. All right. I do have journal prompts as well as the more information about the sign as far as Scorpio, right? And then we'll talk about the numerology, any tarot references, and then how to work with the moon as well. Okay. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with the water signs. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, let's see here how everything looks on my end. Oh, we got a comment here. I should, speaking of night owl, of course, big sis Felicia's on here. She is definitely a night owl. So yes, I'm trying to get like you, sis. Trying to get like you. But yeah, we're gonna start with the water signs. So first, I want to say I do the numerology for the houses in each water sign. So I also come up with like the base numerology, and a lot of times it's I didn't notice it at first while I was doing it, but it's either going to be a 3, a 6, and a 9. My head's blown because 369. That's how what we do in manifestation, right? And yes, I'm here 369 and 35. Yellow. But that, of course, I want to think about that. 90s, 2000s. But yeah, 369. The manifestation. This is, to me too, is maiden mother crown. Yeah. Because the number 6 is looks like a pregnant woman. So yeah, made him Mother Crone. Never noticed that. But make sure you check out the sun, moon, rising of your sign. You can check the Venus, you can check the Mars, North Node, and of course, my cross watchers. You can definitely check this out. All right. So, again, water signs. All right, Cancer. We're in the 12th house for you. And then Scorpio's in the 8th house, and then Pisces in the 4th. Okay. All of these houses are water houses. You all are in your designated house. The only person who's not the only person who is in their house is Scorpio. Scorpio, you're in your house, the 8th house, and Pisces and Cancer is flipped. All right. So with them all being water, so this is water on water, right? This could be emotions on emotions. This could be you have to dive deeper into yourself, into the subconscious, into your shadow, which is the subconscious. So you may be triggered into going more within. All right. And yeah, so with the number 6, we have 6 of Cups in tarot. 6 of Cups in tarot. And that's all about nostalgia, right? Um, and past lives and soul connections, soulmate connections. Okay. Divana, no, I just started. Fire signs is going to be third. I'm currently on water signs. Okay. I wish I had um, someone on here to pin for me. Who wants to be a moderator? Let me know. I can follow you. Can I follow? Yeah, I can follow you and then make you one to make it easier and helpful for everyone. All right. But yeah, so Cancer is in the 12th house. That's Pisces energy, right? And then Pisces is in the 4th house. That's Cancer's energy. So what with the past lives, nostalgia, and all this stuff, this one's gonna cause, yeah, triggers for you to go deeper within, right? And a lot what category I would say you might be triggered in, or you might have to dive deeper and reflect. Cancers, this could be about an ending that's happening for you. This could be a death. I'm just gonna put that out there, but it can be an end to a friendship, or someone has passed on, or you're remembering past loved ones. We are approaching the Day of the Dead, which is the day after Samhain, aka Halloween. So you might be really focused on doing some ancestral work, diving deep with that. You may be wanting to go into your ancestry. All right. Scorpios, I feel like there's a deep, 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 look, deep, deep, deep. I know y'all probably tired of people saying deep all the time, Scorpios, because y'all just intense. But there might be big shifts in your life right now, and that could be in regards to your finances, right? This can be finances, anything that has to do with the home. This can be contracts. This can be anything going to taxes, things like that. Or this could be just a rebirth within self, right? I did say that we're doing a lot of shadow work, going deep within. So you might just be emerging into a new sense of self, or merging and embodying something, which is changing, right? Emerging into your new self. And then we have Pisces. Pisces is in the 4th house, so that's Cancer, right? So this is the home. So Pisces, you may be thinking about, your home. You might be far away from home, right? Or you're not in your hometown, or this could be something going on with your family, just reminiscing about family, and maybe diving deep on some past traumas, right? And a lot of times when we look at the past, what's engraved, what sticks with us is usually the uncomfortable things, the things that hurt us, the things that made us question who we are and all that stuff. So I would say water signs in general in this time of deep reflection, I would say make sure you practice gratitude. Make sure you practice gratitude for what you have in the now, so that way you can heal that past self, right? You can heal that past self through being grateful for the journey, thanking your guides, your ancestors for sure, right? um, the most high, however you want to say it, that they now you see why you had to go through the things that you went through, or now you understand who you truly are and you're stepping into your power. Okay, so yes, that's what I have for that. I am going to do a spread. I did bust out, I have the mermaid tarot, it came today, and I was like, okay, I definitely have to use this, and I'm like, it came right on time. So I'm trying to see, I have a couple of different spreads I've been working with. So I'm trying to see what would be good, and I might change it for, yeah, I might change it for each sign. Who knows? All right. So I might do heart. Let's see. I'm gonna do situation, outcome, advice. All right. Situation, outcome, advice. Let me see how everybody's looking here, making sure I'm acknowledging everybody. Okay, cool. So before we get started, I just want to call down my ancestors, my guides, tuning in and syncing up with your ancestors, your guides, water signs, and we're just going to see what they want to relay to you all at this time. So I said, yeah, situation, outcome, and advice. All right. Trying to make sure I didn't fall. Situation, outcome, advice. Two wanted to come out for advice. Yeah. Okay. All right, water signs. So for the situation position, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this, I feel like whatever might be triggered at this time, it might be something that you've already kind of healed from, or you repressed or suppressed this, and you might get visions and flashbacks and a lot of things rising to the surface. Okay, and you're gonna have to address it. It might be three prominent things that happen, and it can be in different stages of life. So yeah, definitely look out for that. These might be things that again you've probably already worked through, and if they're coming up again, give yourself compassion, give yourself grace. Talk, yes, talk to yourself, or talk to your shadow, or journal, right? To really see what it is that you might can uncover from that. Okay, you might want to also tap into some more healing modalities to assist you. Okay, but yes, it's definitely a situation that might arise that you've already dealt with, right? And yeah, just don't judge yourself. The outcome, you're gonna see yourself for who you truly are. This is the Lovers card in this deck. Look how beautiful this is. Okay. So I really do feel like this situation is going to help you become more whole, right? Whole and complete by yourself. And I really do feel like too, you're gonna shift through timelines. You're gonna be a time traveler at this time, especially maybe in your dreams as well, but in just in the mind, right? And yeah, this is again wholeness within you, like your higher self and your shadow, or the masculine and the feminine, right? So it's as above, so below, so within, so without, right? As above, higher self, so below, shadow, as within, divine feminine, as without, divine masculine. Okay. So, and that's the lovers is the number 6. Okay. Wholeness. So you can birth a creation. All right. We got 3. Yeah, we got 3 and 6 here, which equals 9. 3, 6, 9. All right. And then we got for advice, we have the King of Swords with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So the advice that your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self, your shadow wants to say right now is trust that you can make sound decisions and that you can get yourself out of victim mentality. Like this is definitely saying like don't play the victim, or you might need to heal that aspect of yourself that was victimized. Okay. That was victimized. And it's like you're transitioning from victim to survivor to hero to leader, right? So, but you might have to really look at the wounded parts of yourself and release yourself, release yourself from the limiting beliefs due to these past pains and these past traumas. Okay. So, yeah, yeah, for sure. Is that all, spirit? I think so. Yes. Yes. Okay. I want to close out with you all. Do I want to use any? I may close out water signs, but I do need to also know that I have a whole presentation. But I'm like, ooh, let's keep diving deeper. But this is the whispers of the ocean. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Drea. Drea. All right. What messages will guidance do you have for the water signs? Okay. Amble with contentment. It says waiting rather than acting is going to be the most adventurous now. Okay. Waiting rather than acting is going to be most adventurous now. So when I think about waiting, I think about being still, right? Being still. And then it goes to the verse, be still and know that I am God. You're going to see this is definitely like higher self activation, right? So waiting rather than acting, because I feel like once you get this sync up, right? This link up, water signs, I yeah, and it kind of looks like it's an albino, it's an albino what's the seahorse? Yeah, just hovering over that. It just kind of it's just giving me that. But yeah, because after you sync up with your higher self and become whole, yeah, I think whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, attract, call into your life, conjure, it will come more effortlessly and more in flow. It's not saying that you wouldn't get there, right? But I feel like taking this time to dive deeper and being still within self. So this is getting quiet enough to hear your inner voice, right? To hear the downloads, right? So once you do that, yeah, it's on. It's on. You can ride out. It's also giving me like with the seahorse, horse chariot vibes, having that focus. Okay. So yeah, water signs. I want to keep I want to keep going because I got a whole presentation. I do want to dive deep. That's probably because of this energy that we're in now. So now we're going to get into the earth signs. So the earth signs here. So if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We can even tap into Mars energy, North Node, and then if you're a cross watcher, this is for you. All right. So, Earth signs, the numerology breakdown is 9. All right. So, this is Crown energy. So, this is also, what did I get? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. For you because the Pentacles is Earth energy. Yes, Harris, I see you. Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm not doing any personals at this time. But yeah, 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like Earth signs, you've reached a level of independence or growth to where you're seeing recognition, right? And then also, if you are seeing that, if we're thinking about the crone energy, this is more wisdom, right? So I feel like you've probably been through a cycle and now that you're more experienced. So this is like this could be like graduation. This could be also just spending a year in study or training, getting a certificate, like anything like that. All right. So um Taurus, you're in the second house, which is your energy. Virgo is in the 10th house, which is Capricorn's energy. And then Capricorn is in the 6th house, which is Virgo's. Okay. So you all are in your houses, earth houses. So we have earth on earth, right? So this, you might be really focused on like your material, like materialism, like maybe even if you're not as materialistic, and I'm seeing 4% like on my laptop. So yeah, 4, that's like stability, groundedness, right? Um, where was I going with this? You're very grounded, so you might deep. So even if you're not thinking about material things usually, you really might be hyper focused on that. Especially since we're in Scorpio season, this could be anything about doing taxes. You might be trying to get a house, you might be trying to start a business, or you might be trying to get promoted within your job, or get a new job, right? So, Taurus, you're focused on everything that has to do with love, right? What would be a good question first before I start there? Um, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is independence, wealth. Like what abundance or what prosperity is coming to you in what aspect of life? We can say it like that. So we have Taurus. What's coming to you has to do with like your career, right? You might be again hyper focused or just more focused on career. Your appearance, you might be spending a lot to you may be wanting to get a new wardrobe. You may also or maybe looking to buy a house. I'm looking at the house. It looks like a house here, but this may be mountains here. So that may be an obstacle that you're getting through. You may be looking at your spending habits, Taurus. All right. And then Virgos, you have the 10th house. So you're focused on, I would say, like, just your overall reputation, right? And also whatever long-term goals you may have. It may definitely has to do with something that you are wanting to acquire or build on. And yeah, this could have to do with your career. You may start to see an uptick on your career, or you might break off and branch off and do something on your own, right? Or start a project on your own, or release a project. Okay, okay, Virgos, I see you. And then Capricorn, you're in the 6th house. So what's coming up? Anything that has to do with health, I would say maybe if you had like health scares, or you've been trying to focus more on like your fitness goals. I feel like you're starting to see the results, and you're like wanting to, show off a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then I would say with being of service. Okay. Now, Capricorns, I will say we had a Capricorn first quarter moon, and that's new to full. So that's the waxing moon. So increasing. So you may be giving a lot. So just making sure you balance that out, I will say. Okay. Making sure that you're not overworking yourself. All right. So, yes. So, since that's the energy with y'all, let me see what 3 card spread I would do for y'all. Let's see here. Let's see. Maybe hmm, I wonder if it's either I'm thinking opportunities. Hold on, where did it go? Opportunities, difficulties, and advice. Nah. It was something else. Oh, goal, challenge, and overcoming challenge. That's what I think I'll do. All right. Are there any earth signs in here as I'm doing this? I was like, if y'all, I know we had some fire and air, so I know that I know Felicia's an Aries. So with y'all coming up, y'all so patient. All right. So we can go. Let me go here. Go. Start calling down our spirits, our ancestors, our guides to give us the highest message for our highest good. So goal, challenge, there we go, and overcoming challenge. Awesome. So interesting. Goal, challenge, overcoming challenge. Okay, that's funny because since there is a sense of, I would say, celebration and like you have arrived and of status earth signs, the goal is y'all kind of want to keep things where it's at. You trying to lock this energy in with the death card in reverse. Okay, Harris, you're a Taurus. Okay, I'm glad. You're trying to lock everything in with the 9 of Pentacles. You like, this is good. I'm just trying to secure everything. We're straight. If I lock this in, lock these habits in, I don't have to do anything else. However, with Scorpio's energy and just life in general, it's cyclical, right? So this is maybe embracing letting go, right? So as you're adding things on, you do have to let go of some things. So yeah, I said 4-4. That's also like 4 of Pentacles. So that's hoarding energy. You might be a hoarder, right? and it doesn't have to be material things, even though we talked about, yes, material things, but pentacles can be relationships too. So you may hoard people if you're dating multiple people, or this could be you're holding on to relationships that don't serve you, right? Just plain and simple. And with the Nine of Pentacles, we still got the Ten of Pentacles to reach to. You think that this is it? Nah, Spirit said it's more. It's yeah. So I think yes, celebrate. Yes, have fun. Do what you do. But it, I don't think it's not necessarily getting to the destination. Earth signs. It's more so just enjoying the journey, and the journey is constant transformation. So that's just, and this could be letting go of control, right? Let's see. So you all might be trying to embrace freedom at this time. And then the difficulties could be um being more adaptable, being more in flow. And that goes into the death in reverse. That makes sense. So being in flow, and then also I was thinking about something else. Creative blocks. Creative blocks. Definitely a sacral chakra, which is orange, right? This is sacral chakra is also connected to Venus, right? Venus rules Taurus and also Libra. So we just came out of Libra, and then we got this Taurus full moon. We're pretty much working with Venus energy throughout this whole month, right? So, and that has to do with creativity. It has to do with money, resources, career, right? Your habits again. So, in order, wands is also, you think about manifestation, attraction. So the difficulties is it may have been difficult again to acquire these things. That's why you're holding on to it. You put in a lot of work, earth signs, right? Because even though I said that I thought the Nine of Pentacles in the background is a house, was really mountains, right? So you overcame a lot of challenges. So you just like, I just want things, I just want to chill. Just for a minute, and that is valid. I want to say that right now. That is valid. That is valid. But in that, I feel like Spirit is just saying, uh, release and just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Be happy. Go with the flow. Everything's gonna be okay. And then for, let's see, overcoming the challenge, we have High Priestess. This is trusting your intuition. Trust when spirit tells you that something is over or you need to let go of something. It's time. It's time. It may also take time to bring this into the physical. Okay. I did post a video on my YouTube channel. It's a spirit message, and it is set your mind free and lose control. Okay. And I talked about we get so stuck on the physical, like we're wanting to manifest something like it's right over here, but no, it's here in the now. It's just in your mind, right? And you have to bring that and work that down to the physical. Earth signs, you all are the slowest moving energy, but it can be steady. Slow and steady wins the race. But you may feel like not defeated, but more, I would say, impatient too. I would say a little bit more impatient because you're wanting things to come quicker, especially since you already jumped over hurdles. All right. And went through, you got it out the mud. Let's be clear. But I think in this, what does have to change too is you might have to work on your attraction energy, like working with Venus. Like I said, this is also Oshun and Orisha. So definitely looking at that Lakshmi in Hindu, and then um Hathor and Kemetic or Egyptian, right? So working with that energy can help you with attraction, which means you don't have to put in a lot of grunt work anymore, earth signs, or not that much. Let me say it like that. But yeah, you're gonna get more fluent in that. And then that's what the high priestess is going to, that's your higher self guiding you and navigating you through the cycles of life, through the constant transformation. Okay. Alrighty, earth signs. Let me know how y'all feeling that. I forgot to do emojis. That's because I'm doing something new today. I had to use my mermaid tarot, and I haven't used tarot in a long time here. Oh, okay. I see some people on here. We got Taurus moon. Yes, Felicia. I don't know why I keep oh no, she said Taurus rising. I would say you're a Pisces moon, ma'am. Yes. But yes, Taurus rising. Hey Isha, we got Virgo here. She said, it's been a lot of energy forcing changes. Yes, I agree. I agree. All right. And then I see you, Queen Taurus 8-8. All right. I see you. So yes, with the earth signs, y'all heavy. You said, oh, I didn't see that. You said, glad I'm tuned in. Yes, as a Taurus earth, I am. Yes. And also thank you for the follow. So we're gonna get the final messages, earth signs with the whispers of the ocean. Ah, we have in the light of the moon. It says a full moon, ha ha ha, can shine light on what you have been resisting. The death card in reverse. All right. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. Whew. All right. With the soul's beauty, that's Taurus energy, excuse me, or Venus, right? Oshun, your soul's beauty. This is self value and self worth. So, this is like, again, the Nine of Pentacles. You like, I've arrived. I'm confident. I'm bold. I'm this. But you want to lock this in where it's like, no, do you think this is good? Better. Spirit said, nah, bigger, better, brighter. All right. I said 9 to the 10 of Pentacles, but what about the page? What about the knight? What about the queen? What about the king? Right? It's levels to it. And even after that, shoot, we got Empress, right? We got the Emperor. So it's like, nah, it's more, it's elevations. So change is inevitable, but we don't like change. We like to just get locked in and stay the same. But earth signs, it's time. It's time to shine. It's time to recognize your worth and also go with the flow. Go with the flow. Okay. I love it. I love it. I can't do it. The vibe is water and earth. I don't know. I can't do emojis with this, and I'm okay with that. Just if you want to put your own emojis, put your own emojis. Yes, I see the roses. Hey Beth, how's it going? Yeah, but yeah, earth signs, you got it. I want to go to the fire signs next. So if you're an Aries, a Leo, a Sag, this can be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Queen Taurus, North Node, and Cross Watchers. So, fire signs. The numerology for you is 3. All right. So this is 3 of wands. So this is expansion. Expansion. Oh, thank you. With my bottle, I've been collecting stickers. Yes. Um, yeah, so this is 3 of wands. So this is expansion over the horizon. So things are opening up for you. With Aries, you're in the 3rd house. With Leo, you're in the 11th. And then Sagittarius, you're in the 7th house. All right. This is all air, right? Air houses. 3rd house is Gemini. 11th is Aquarius. Excuse me. And then Sagittarius is Libra. I was like, it's not trying to come out. But with that, where was I gonna go with this? Oh, fire and air, right? That's gonna amplify and increase the fire or increase the smoke, right? Which is like I'm thinking about smoke signal. So this is attraction energy as well for you. All right. So yeah, so what are you um expanding on, or what's coming into your life? What's increasing? Aries, this might be more ideas. Let's go there with the 3rd house, Gemini, more downloads, more psychic upgrades. All right. And what else? What else? More community, more, so you might meet new people, more reach, networking. All right. For Leo, you're in the 11th house. So that's Aquarius energy. So Leos, I feel like you're getting a sense of optimism again. What's growing in you, I would say your faith, your hopes for the future. Very optimistic at this time because you see, I feel like you've gotten over the big hump, and now you're like, okay, I know where I'm trying to go, and I have the confidence that I can get there. Okay. This can also be friends as well. Friends groups, you might be more sociable. Also, an increase in knowledge when it comes to technology. All right. And then Sagittarius, you're in the 7th house. So, 7th house is Libra's energy. So this has to do with relationships. So this can be more commitment, right? I will say all of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, make sure, even though things may be moving very quickly, I would say try to make sure you keep it grounded and steady. I would say it like that. Because if everything is really heated and expanding, and I think about like swelling, right? So just don't get swept up. That's what I'm getting, especially Sag when it comes to relationships. However, Sag, this can be like an increase in pay, like a promotion, right? Signing contracts, signing deals. Yeah, this is elevation, though, for all levels. Aries, I mean Aries, Leo, and Sag for my fire signs. So we're gonna get into the reading portion. Let me see. Let me see which 3-card spread I want to use. And again, I'm using my new deck, the Mermaid Tarot. I'm loving it. I've been looking at this deck for a while, and I was like, I don't know, but I'm glad that I got it. I'm like, this might be my new favorite deck. All right, let's see. We're talking about expansion, growth. So let's see. I would say expand opportunities, difficulties, and advice. I think that that might be good for you all. Yeah, let's do that. All right. All righty, fire signs. So I'm going to call down my ancestors, my guides, your ancestors, your guides into this reading to give you all the highest message for your highest good. So we have opportunities. I think both of those want to come out. Then we have difficulties. And then advice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So opportunities. Let's see. I feel like fire signs where you have felt stuck or stagnant, you're finally going to get a sense of relief. So opportunities are going to free you up for more, right? That's the expansion, more space, right? You could feel crowded. It's the hangman, right? Look how this hangman is. And when I say you might have more space because he feels like stuffed, like, right? He's caught and stagnant. Then we have Two of Swords, which is all about stagnancy, not wanting to make a decision, right? This is in reverse. So this is a relief of that. So I think you finally realize that, hey, some things aren't working. So you might be too, everybody might be releasing, right? We have to let things end, let things die, right? To be brought new. So you're embracing this. This is kind of giving me the Fool card, right? New beginnings. So yeah, there's infinite and with that, on top of there being an eclipse, eclipse is like yeah, anything can happen. Anything, the opportunities are endless. So but I would say the opportunities for sure would be freedom. I would say free to express yourself. Yeah, free to express yourself, freeing up headspace with the mind, just freeing yourself from doubt, from limiting beliefs, from low vibrational energy, like freeing yourself from unhealthy relationships. Okay, yeah, I love that. I love that, fire signs. And then we're going to get into difficulties. The difficulties, though, after freeing yourself, the opportunity is to free yourself. I feel like I'm all the signs are kind of given the same storyline. Judgment. The difficulty is to answer the call, is to really step in your power, is to trust the guidance that spirit is giving you. Spirit might be telling you to move, right? Spirit might be telling you to move and come towards. And I like this because when I first looked at this card, and yes, I got this today, and I already looked at every card. Um, I looked at him, homeboy, right here. All right, and look at her. Yep, this y'all right here. She looking at. She don't want to leave homeboy, but it's time. Her bubble has popped. She's ready to ascend. Right? No longer stagnant. Look, I'm like, no longer stagnant. All right. But you don't want to leave people behind or leave a habit or anything behind. But yeah, you can't take everything, you can't take everyone with you. All right. And then we have advice. Three of Pentacles in reverse, right? Advice is you don't have to suffer in silence. And even though you may feel isolated and alone in this process of newness and expansion, fire signs, you are supported, right? So the advice is to pay attention to your guides. Look at this. She got the fairy, she got the frog energy. It's time to what? Leap. It's time to take the leap. So this is the full energy again. And they have lotuses. Like, so that's coming, like I said, I think this was for earth signs, like coming out the mud. Like, this is, I think reflection will be really good for you, fire signs, because you'll be able to recognize a similar time like this where you maybe have felt back into a wall or you were at a crossroads, you didn't know which way to go, but there was times where your mind was saying one thing but your heart was saying another, right? And yeah, you felt stuck, but you took the leap of faith and got yourself out of it. Or you might reflect and you might still be in the same cycle, in the same cycle. So spirit is asking you, are you ready to break the chains? Are you ready to answer the call? Are you ready to ascend and elevate? Expansion is here. Okay. So it's like, what are you gonna do with it? The choice is yours, fire signs. The choice is yours. All right. We're gonna get into the final message. Let me go back um to you all. Okay, I see you all. Oh yeah, Felicia, you said correct. Pisces moon. Let's see. Isha said, I've been worn out, but I'm making changes as needed. That's good. Got the purple hearts. Thank y'all for the emojis. Yes, and Felicia's an Aries sun. So yeah, so we're gonna get into the final messages, fire signs. Let's see here. Ooh. Ah, interesting. Interesting. We have love where you are. Love where you are. I think I know where I want to go with this, but I'm gonna read what it's gonna say. It says user sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head. Wow, when determining what you would like, right? What would you like? So use your sensitivity. This is a great time to do this because we're in Scorpio season. Water sign senses, those psychic senses might be might be heightened. You know, the veil is very thin, so you might be getting really contact with your guys. So it's pretty much no excuse. They're pretty much all in your face telling you you need to go or you need to let go of something, but you holding on. Uh, but it says use your sensitivity to know when to act. Okay. So for some of you all, you may know that it's time to let something go, or know that it's time to end a connection, or know it's time to quit a job, or wherever you're at, right? But it's that when to act. So that's trusting, working with your guides. The advice was working with your guides, knowing that you're not alone in this, right? Working with your guides so they can help you to know when to move, when to act. So love where you are. This is practicing gratitude, even though things may be a little shaky or may feel like, like I said, stagnant. It's not moving. Spirit is saying, love where you are, because you can still do subtle things, like, again, baby steps to continue to grow, right? So even though we talked about air and fire qualities within you all, this is fast moving energy. It still has a sense of groundedness with you, especially since you all might be feeling stagnant or stuck, right? Or at a crossroads. And it may take some of you all, everything may move really quickly. For some people, you may have to adjust, or, like, play chess, not checkers type of thing. So this is where, again, if that's the case, You got to really get in tune with your intuition and tap in with your guides. All right. So that way it can be faster, right? In the earth signs, I think their challenge was the Page of Wands. So it was them moving and attracting that energy. So with fire signs for you, your wands, right? But if you're feeling stuck or stagnant or things aren't moving as fast as you want them to, you may feel like more earth energy. Okay. So I get how this is flowing. And then we do have Felicia here. She's a Taurus moon and an Aries sun. So this may ring true to her. And spirit is like, I said what I said, right? At the same time. All right. We're gonna get into the air signs. So we're gonna get into the air signs, and then I have more stuff to talk about when it comes to the Taurus full moon. So yes, air signs. Your numerology is 6. Okay, so this is 6 of swords. Okay, and you all had 6 last for the Libra new moon. So 6 of swords is all about transitions. And for you all who are seeing the presentation, you all will remember that Canva put 6 of pentacles instead of 6 of swords. So yeah, but you all may be transitioning. And it's funny that I talked about earth energy. Pentacles is written there with the swords. So it may feel like tumultuous. Even though you're transitioning, baby, it's rough. You in there. It's like you they're on water, and he's using the sword as a raft, but it's like it might be a lot of seaweed, a lot of gunk, right? A litter, people putting in the ocean. You gotta move through all of that, all this gunk, all this BS, right? To get to the other side. But you have to also again gratitude throughout every sign, because you know where you're heading, you got to leave, and you know that it's time. So however hard, like whatever hardship you had, or um any mental blocks or anything, is finding sometimes that silver lining, but also it doesn't even have to be a silver lining. It's just being thankful that you now recognize that it's time for a change and you're making the change. So if you're being hard on yourself, air signs, this is a time to be gentle with yourself, right? Be gentle with yourself through the process of transitioning. You know, we glorify the butterfly, but we hardly ever talk about the caterpillar or when it's in the cocoon or the chrysalis, right? So, right now, air signs, you might be in the chrysalis trying to bust out from and to be a butterfly, right? Some of you all maybe still feel liquefied, right? So that means your mind probably like, and I can talk because I'm an air sign, double air in my big 3. So, but the number 6 can also be the mother archetype, right? As well. So that means that you're in the process of birthing something great. So, so think about the transition, 6 of swords. You might be having Braxton Hicks, like you're transitioning into that into the labor, but it's not quite there yet, but you still feel the pain, right? So yeah, Gemini, we got you in the first house. Libra, you're in the ninth house. And then Aquarius, you're in the fifth house. So Gemini, well, first off, air signs, you all are in fire houses. So fire signs were in you all's houses, which is air. So y'all did an exchange, right? An exchange. So with this exchange of energy, just thinking about it, um, fire and in the three of wands and the six of swords, right? You're expanding into something great, but it's the thought process. It's within your journey. How are you going to are you going to complain the whole way? Are you going to worry the whole way? Or are you just going to allow and acknowledge it, acknowledge that it's difficult, that it's challenging, that I mean, shoot, some days I gotta take it not one day at a time. Shoot, sometimes one moment at a time, 1 minute at a time. Okay, and it be like that, and that's okay. Honor where you are and trust. Like I feel like this six of swords is following like the North Star, right? So if you all know your North Node, I will also suggest you to check out that elemental signs reading. Okay. So, like for instance, I'm an Aquarius sun, but my North Node is in Capricorn, and I do have a Capricorn stellium. So I would look at the Earth signs reading. All right. So yes. So where you're transitioning to where it may feel a little tumultuous, right? And you might need to find a little more gratitude in. Geminis, you're just major new beginnings with Aries, right? So this may be, let's see, Ace of Wands could be a new creative project, right? This could be a new relationship, or a beginning a spiritual journey or an initiation. This can also be, when I was thinking about initiation, I was thinking about something else. Yeah. So, this when we talk about initiation, this can just be your own spiritual walk. So, six of swords might be in the waters, in the depths of the shadow, right, of the subconscious, right. We diving deep. So, like, I'm getting a vision of it's like in the abyss is like fog, but then there's like a tower. So this is okay, okay. So we got the tower, but I'm hearing this, it's not necessarily one that's going to strike down as far as like swift change. The swift change doesn't always have to be bad, right? But everything may look bad. But in order to get to the light, you have to get through the dark. This is like appreciating, this is putting some respect on the divine feminine's name. I'm here. Yeah, I heard a train, and I usually associate that with the gospel train. It was very faint, but I heard it. Put some respect on the divine feminine's name. Maybe it's not a train, but I'm here to. Wow. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, where was I going with that? So yeah, you're birthing something great, right? And even in the womb space, in the darkness. So that's definitely a train. Okay. All right. Let's get into. Did I talk about? I stopped at Gemini. I went on a whole tangent, y'all. I forgot to tell everybody else what's going on. Hold on. Yes, Gemini. So first house. Yes, creative projects. We talked about that. Right? What's expanding? What are some swift changes that are coming into Libra, ninth house. Okay, you're in Sagittarius energy. So you may want to travel, Libra. You may be moving. Um, let's see, definitely transition. You may be moving to a different area. Yeah, this is definitely is giving spiritual journey, spiritual walk, the journey within, because Sagittarius is all about wisdom and higher education, right? So it's like you're with with your spiritual walk, it's like everything's expanding, but you have to go through, this is the dark night of the soul. This is the dark night of the soul. We talked about the dark night of the soul in dang, what was I was doing? Oh, Reiki energy healing on Monday, and we talked about it. And then I know my mentor Tyra Omalade had talked about it at her circle this morning. But yeah, then we have Aquarius. You all are in the fifth house. Fifth house is Leo. That's your sister opposition. So same concept. You're transitioning into stepping out and being bold, into being more confident in yourself, to embrace love, right? To embrace your joy, your peace, right? And what you're birthing, I would just say just more happiness in your life. You're really coming, you went through the darkness, the dark night, and you're coming out on the other side, right? So I love that. I love that, air signs. So let me see. Hmm. Which three card spread we want to do. Mm, I think I know what worked, what didn't work, lessons. Let's see if there's anything else. Hmm. And we have unconscious, conscious, super conscious, but nah, I'm not really feeling that one. Uh, yeah, I think, yeah, because it's the dark night. If this is shadow work, yeah, what worked, what didn't work, and the lessons from that. So let's look at that. All right, I'm calling down my spirit guides. All right, my ancestors. I'm calling out your spirit guides, your ancestors. And we are going to see what's going on. All right, what worked? I'm going to honor that. What didn't work? Everything's like coming out in twos lately. All right, and then lessons. 222. I might have been seeing 222 on the clock. I said that you are in fire houses, base of the deck, Queen of Wands, Pele. So things are erupting, erupting. All right. So what worked? We have the Star card in reverse in the Eight of Cups. What worked is, despite your lack of faith and lack of hope in these new beginnings, in this transition, in the dark night, you couldn't see a way out. You still have the strength to let go. It's the Eight of Cups, right? The Eight of Cups is in reverse. There's resistance here, but we're talking about what worked. What worked is, even still, you understand that you have to go through this transition. I feel like air signs, even though it might be challenging, you are opening up to surrender. Okay. to just surrender to the cycles, and maybe you now understand why things happen the way it happened, right? We talked about in the Libra new moon video that it's a blessing in disguise, right? So those are the lessons. Well, we're gonna get to the lessons, but of the dark night, dark night of the soul, and we're gonna talk about what didn't work. What didn't work when it comes to all things relationships, and even down to the relationship with self. What wasn't working? It wasn't balanced, right? It wasn't balanced. There weren't any boundaries with the swords here on the justice card, and in the commitment with the contracts on the other side of the justice card. Look at that. Okay. And then what wasn't working, also, yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. You know, it's a really pretty Ace of Cups. But Ace of Cups in reverse. What didn't work is you probably gave it your all, right? And this is my chair. If y'all hear all that stuff, the squeakies. You probably gave all you had when it came to this certain thing, right? But if things weren't adding up, this was unjust. It was unjust. It was unfair to you, right? Or you may have realized, you may be on the other side, you may have realized that you were unjust to someone. And even though you may have been benefiting from it, let's go there, air signs, you still decided to leave because it was like a morality check for you. Okay. And then the lessons. All right, the lessons. We have, yeah. I wasn't looking at these cards. King of Cups in reverse. With the Page of Cups in reverse. This is the adult you in the inner child, the divine masculine within you in the inner child, right? So the lessons, okay, this is a couple things. I was just talking about Aquarius, who maybe you were unjust to someone, right? So if you were unjust to someone, you now realize your tactics were manipulative. Okay. And then you're reflecting on your childhood as to how these ideas came up, or how these habits or ways of thinking, um, how the code came up. And this is where you might have to release yourself from that. Maybe you didn't, and then for the flip side, for people, you may not have felt before that your tactics were um, unhealthy, right? Unhealthy, we toxic, or I won't say something, manipulative behavior, you know, narcissistic. Let's go there. Let's go there. And for someone who has been through unhealthy and narcissistic relationships, air signs, I will say that it's a mirror. So then you looking within yourself and you like, damn, yeah, they treated me unjust, but I can kind of see why I attracted this energy, or how I do this. It may be in the background. It may be in the background, but I see where I do it too. So therefore, again, if you felt like you wasn't living by your moral code, right? You might be adjusting your moral code. You might be reviewing your values. Taurus has to do with values. So, with that being said, yeah, air signs, you looking at yourself and you like, okay, I'm not. I wanted this outwardly, but at the same time, I'm doing this. This is kind of like hypocrite energy. Okay. So, and then again, you are moving out of situations that this isn't, but this is, I really do feel like you moving within the shadow. Um, this could, or just getting out of unhealthy situations, realizing the role you play, and asserting better boundaries, and using and being not being so cold and compassionate and not incompassionate. I don't know how to would be the word for that, and just operating from a more balanced state. And also the lessons is syncing up with your inner child to heal those wounds. Okay. But yeah, we definitely got in there with the shadow. Let's see. Let's see if someone said anything else. No. Okay, good. So yes, air signs. That's what we have. Let's close out. But I will say in all of that, again, the transition to wherever you are, you're looking within yourself, seeing the role you play, see you leaving a connection that was unhealthy, unhealthy habits, unhealthy lifestyle, right? Where you're going. Queen of Wands, attraction, abundance, passion, right? Vitality. So yeah, it's still in the midst of all of this, still be grateful for the lessons because it's helping you to um, transition into something better, to elevate. All right. So let's get into the final message for you, air signs. Mm, all right. Back on task. Back on task with the octopus. All right. It says, be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project that you're working on. All could use some fine tuning. So this is like, because I was just about to say, octopus, they're like deep, within the ocean. So be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. And then you might reviewing your goals, right? When I talked about goals, values, all this stuff, um, something could use some fine tuning. So with this transition, just even though you may feel like you're taking a detour, you're still on the right path. I will take it that way. Back on task. Yes, there might be some reflection. There might be some fine tuning within your sense of self, right? Geminis especially. I will also say, well, shoot, everybody, Gemini, but Gemini especially. Okay, and then yeah, and once you do that, it's like you may feel like even though this transition might be a little hectic, everything's gonna work out for your good. You'll be like, okay, I'm back at it. Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Air signs back, back, back. Tell a friend. You was gone for a minute, now you back with the jump off. Okay. I'm like, y'all can tell it's late because I'm getting goofy. Okay, hold on. Look, yeah, I'm messing up over here. But yes, that concludes the reading portion. I'm so silly. All right. So I'm going to I usually do astrology insights, and the way I just poured into these readings, it's a no. It's a no. It's a no. I'm not going to do it. So even though it says astrology insights, I will talk about the planetary shifts. Let me see. Let me see. I did just pour my all into these readings. I didn't acknowledge everybody. Hey Juju, hey Janora. It is hey Z, hey Zoe. Hey Genesis that just came in. But yeah, I just poured my whole essence into these readings. I don't think I got anything left to give. And I usually write review the chart and then um talk about it, but I didn't have the time. And I usually would just hold off until Saturday, but I have events, it's spooky season, y'all. I'm out here. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Okay. But if you're feeling the vibe, right, make sure that you subscribe. Right. Make sure that you follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, I am doing a giveaway for a free reading. It would be over Zoom. Okay. That way we could talk things out, come up with a game plan, and go from there. Okay. Also, check out my website, msbotanica.com. All right, I do have products as well. All right, as other services like distance Reiki or in-house Reiki if you're in the Nashville area, as well as astrology readings. Okay, and in counseling if you just want to talk. And I'm also getting getting certified now to do financial coaching as well. So yes, get at you, girl. All right, so we got the astrology insights here, but I'm not gonna dive into the astrology. All right, but I will talk about the planetary shifts that are leading up to the Scorpio new moon. Okay, so we do have Samhain, aka I said Halloween. I sound like my mom, or like because I'm because I'm Jamaican. So I said they don't really pronounce the H, so I said Halloween. All right, it's time, but it's okay. Halloween, of course, the 31st, and then we have Saturn goes direct in Pisces on. I didn't put the Day of the Dead, which is November 1st through the 3rd, I think. But then we have, so make sure you honor your ancestors. We have Saturn goes direct in Pisces on November 4th. Then we have the Leo fourth quarter moon on the 5th of November. Fourth quarter has to do with the waning moon. So this is good for banishing. So this could be banishing any like depression, anxiety. I will also say any like low self-esteem, banishing all those stuff that doesn't make you want to shine your light. Okay. Then we have daylight saving time ends for whoever does daylight savings time. That also happens on the 5th. So I think, oh yeah, so we fall back. So we get out. And then we have Venus enters Libra on November 8th. And then Mercury enters Sagittarius on the 10th. And then the Scorpio new moon is on the 13th. Okay, this is all in November. All right, so mark your calendars. So we're going to talk about the journal prompts next. So we have 3 journal prompts. I'm trying to make sure I'll switch over here. We have 3 journal prompts. So the first one here is what are my material and financial goals, and how can I work towards them with determination and persistence during this lunar eclipse. Okay, so Taurus is an earth sign, right? It does get to the money. It does talk about habits. It's talking all that stuff. So, what are my material and financial goals? And Scorpio is the opposition of Taurus. Or so with that, Scorpio does have to do with death transformation, but it does have to do with finances, okay, inheritance, right? Things like that. My laptop is now charging at 77. Okay. So, yes, people might be getting some type of increase or inheritance. All right. But it says, what are my material and financial goals? And how can I work towards them? What habits can you take with determination and persistence during this lunar eclipse? Okay. Then we have journal prompt two. How can I better nurture and care for my physical body and well being? Right? How can I better nurture and care for my physical body and well being? This is tapping into self love, self care. This is Venus energy. Venus energy is about getting the bag, but it's also about self love, self care, beauty, keeping up with yourself, right? So then we have journal prompt number three. What relationships and connections in my life bring me a sense of security and stability? And how can I strengthen these bonds? So, just thinking about air signs in particular, we're talking about getting out of unhealthy connections, right? So if it's saying, now look, everything's not all bad. What connections actually bring you security and stability? And how can you strengthen those? How can you um strengthen those and build on those? So this is aligning to your soul tribe, as they say, or just aligning to and connecting with people that have your well-being in mind, that serve your best interests, but also are there for you for real, pretty much. All right. So I know at this point, has this info been helpful, right? This is usually after I had did my astrology and all that stuff, but I didn't do that tonight. It's okay. But share, make sure that you share. You can share the live, you can share my page, my YouTube channel, especially since we're trying to grow that. And yeah, stay plugged in. All right, we're going to talk about Taurus, the sign Taurus, what it means and how to work with that, okay? So, Taurus is about cultivating self-reliance and the enjoyment of your values through working with the natural world, okay? And then when Taurus is in balance, it's self-reliant, resourceful, grateful, sensual, luxurious. We got this is affluent, yes, uh, supportive, and frugal. All right. Some keywords that are overemphasized are materialistic, possessive. I can say this is like the dark side, right? I might change that. Materialistic, possessive, stubborn, self-indulgent, lazy, greedy, and then spendthrift. All right. And then we have underemphasized, uh, ascetic, abstinent. We got misery, stingy, stark, wasteful, and anti-material. So it goes from like different levels. I'm like, that might be the dark side. I'll have to play with those words, but we have balance, overemphasized, and underemphasized. All right. So the planetary ruler, as we've been talking about with Taurus, is Venus. So we have connecting to who and what we value, material and interpersonal enjoyment. So the keywords for Venus is desire, enjoyment, connectedness, attraction. It says affinity, pleasure, receptivity, mutuality, luxury, and lavishness. Okay. So you may want to tap into some of those energies, right, for the full moon. And I would say also you can Venus Day is on Friday. on Fridays, right? So you may want to tap into Venus energy weekly. All right. It doesn't just have to be only on the Taurus full or new moon, or the Libra new or full moon, or or in Taurus or Libra season. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then we're going to talk about the organs that Taurus rules. Is like the neck. I was okay. It's the neck, the larynx, the throat, the vocal cords. Honestly, they're saying this. I'm surprised they didn't do the ears. But anyway, thyroid, tonsils, and then the Adam's apple. Okay. This is still giving me where we're talking about everything with the throat and the neck. Yes. This is a mechanism that helps us move and pivot, right? Also express. And even though it's just like the throat, I want to put ear, nose, and throat because it just reminds me as a vocalist, like I had to see an ear, nose, and throat doctor because it's all connected. In order, how can you speak without taking in breath, right? How can you express if there isn't a way of communication? It can be through speaking, it can be through writing, right? Braille, all that, being inclusive here, but communication. This is also, even though Taurus is ruled by Venus, the organs that it rules, this is given Mercury. Okay. This is Mercury's energy. So, in order to uh, attract your desires, right? What did Venus say? Be connected, be attractive, to have pleasure in your life. You're going to have to express it in some way, right? This is say so Venus is sacral chakra. That makes sense. Venus is sacral chakra, and then but the organs that Taurus rules is throat. And I usually pair the sacral chakra and the throat chakra together. Like the throat chakra is like a higher form of expression. All right, interesting. So next we have the numerology and the tarot references. Okay. Y'all are doing so good. I know that it's getting late and y'all here and y'all being attentive. Okay. So I'm thankful. And I'm happy that you all are enjoying it. All right. So we have the numerology. So as I said here, um, the full moon eclipse is going to be on October 28th. That's this Saturday as I'm filming this. We're in the year 2023. And I did the numerology for this. Again, people on TikTok, you won't be able to see the slide, but it breaks down to the number 9. Okay. It breaks down to the number 9. And as I was talking about the numerology when we did the elemental, the readings, right? And it dawned on me that only thing that I can get is either 3, 6, or 9. And I equated that to the maiden, the mother, and the crone. 9 would be the crone energy, right? So 9 in numerology has to do with completion, wholeness, spirituality, universal love, wisdom, insight. It also has to do with endings and transitions, having compassion, empathy, and then universal consciousness. Okay. So just a few things are popping up for me with doing this. Like the number 9 energy does give me Oya as an Orisha. She is like the crone type of energy. But then also with that, this is like destruction, transitions. But where was I going with this? Ninth house energy is Sagittarius, right? And that has to do with wisdom, higher learning, spirituality. So that's the number 9 too. And it does, even though 9 is about completions and endings, um, how was I gonna tie that? And that's endings and completions is usually like eighth house in astrology, but it's like the ninth house is like, all right, what lessons have I learned? Like going back and reviewing those endings and realizing that how everything is connected and tapping into that universal love and divine consciousness. So yeah, that's interesting. So for the major arcana, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the number 5 energy. And the reason why I did Hierophant, it is ruled by Taurus. And so when the Hierophant is upright, uh, it's ruled by tradition, social groups, uh, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, and beliefs. Okay. So you can see how that Taurus energy aligns with the Hierophant. Hierophant is all about traditions as well. So that ties into beliefs. Um, yeah, tradition, conformity. I will be honest with y'all, I did not um when I first started tarot and I would look at each card, I did an exercise where I put a pile, I think it was like 3 different piles. The cards that I liked, the cards that I were just like, okay, they're cool, but they're neutral. And the ones that I was like, I don't really like this. The Hierophant was one of those. I was like, I just don't like that. And I think it's like conformity for me. I'm an Aquarius and I'm all about freedom to be me. So I could see how I was just like, but now I have a better relationship with the Hierophant, I will say. But the reverse side of that, as I say that for the Hierophant, is rebellion. So is rebellion, unconventional, being unconventional, non-conformity, new methods, which is like Aquarius energy, and then but also ignorance. Ooh, not what they seek or what they know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's a saying like that. I'm also hearing like the blind leading the blind. Yeah, the blind leading the blind. Uh, kids raising kids. As they said. Interesting. So the next card, so we had the number 9. We're gonna tap into the Hierophant. Hierophant has been with us, I think, even before Virgo season. But this is a lot of introspection that we're doing and diving deep and going within in self and tapping into that inner world, tapping into the shadow, the dark night of the soul, the subconscious mind. So when upright is self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, uh, solitude, and search for self. Um, just pause right there. So I think the only thing that tapped into my mind, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is I'm originally from Detroit. My family Jamaican, but born and raised in Detroit. And I've been living in Tennessee for going on, it's about to be 10 years now. And when I just said withdrawal, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so country. I'm so country. I'm like, Lord have mercy. It's okay. It's okay. But withdrawal, solitude, and search for self. And then we have, for it being in reverse, we have loneliness, isolation. We have a recluse, being antisocial, rejection, and returning to society. So yeah, usually when I see the Hermit card in reverse, I'm like, okay, it's time to step out, come out of the cave, and this, and that. But it's funny that one that I don't normally think about is being antisocial. And I definitely been given both the Hermit card upright and in reverse. So yeah. We're going to get into the minor arcana next. All right. So we had the numerology 9. So I associated that with the 9 of Pentacles. We did have that, the 9 of Pentacles for the earth signs in the beginning when I did the readings. So upright, 9 of Pentacles is about rewarded efforts, success, achievements, independence, leisure, material security, and self sufficiency. All right. And then with it being in reverse, it's about being guarded, living beyond your means, material instability, reckless spending, and superficiality. Okay. So I've been watching Girlfriends on Netflix, and I've been it's 4 of them: Joan, Tony, Lynn, and Maya. And I was like, they're giving each suit of the of tarot. And who gives me the Pentacles energy is Tony. She worked hard for her money. She was a real estate agent, and on the outside looking in, you see her, she's very successful. She achieved her goal. She got out of Fresno, right? But then on the shadow side or behind the scenes, like she was spending recklessly. And then married Lord have mercy, I forgot his name. um Todd, because he was a doctor, and then he ain't had no money either. And it was just like, yeah, it was a mess. Living beyond her means for sure. But yeah, definitely Pentacles gives Tony. And then so we got the Queen of Pentacles, right? So Queen of Pentacles, she's very generous, very caring. That's not Tony energy. But like I said, more reverse. Okay. Which I'll get to. Nurturing, a homebody, good sense of self, practical, confronting, yeah, just very open to very chill, and then like welcoming, sensible, and then luxurious again, with that Venus energy. And then in reverse for the Queen of Pentacles, we have selfish, unkept, jealous, insecure, greedy, materialistic, gold digger, intolerant, self absorbed, and envious. It's not easy being green. Okay. So, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, I'll probably, even though it says upright and reverse, which that's how we talk about it typically in tarot, I might also put um I don't want to say the light and the shadow, or I don't, or higher self and shadow, conscious, unconscious. I'll play with it, but I might do that in conjunction with that, because it's definitely the reverse is sometimes it's like the shadow aspect of the energy. Okay. And then we'll talk about the King of Pentacles. All right. The King of Pentacles, so upright, he's abundant, he's prosperous, he provides security. And I say this can be divine masculine energy. Okay. Divine masculine energy. So ambitious, safe, kind, but then also patriarchal, protective, a businessman or a business person, provider, still sensual, right? And reliable. But in reverse for the King of Pentacles, could be greedy, super materialistic, wasteful, makes poor financial decisions, can be a gambler, all right, exploitative, I can't say it, um, exploit something for the sake to get something in return, right? And then possessive, all right. So we're gonna talk about. We got a few more slides, y'all. We got so other ways that you can work with the moon, right? So we did do a in-depth reading. We talked about the planetary shifts. We talked about the numerology, and also the we talked about the planet that Taurus symbolizes. We talked about the numerology as well as the tarot, um, highlighted tarot cards that represent either Taurus energy or like Earth energy blended with the numerology. Okay. So, chakras to tend to. I do have all of the chakras listed. So, if you don't know what chakras are, they are energy points that are up the spine. There are multiple hundreds and maybe even thousands of different chakra points because we have chakras in our hands, right? We really focus on the seven up and down the spine, right? So I would say the ones that we would tend to is I definitely want to put the lower three chakras. Honestly, honestly, to be honest with y'all, I want to say all of them. And that's probably why I kept them here. All of them. Because root chakra has to do with your sense of security, right? This is also where your fears lie. So releasing those limiting beliefs, right? Then we have the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is so the root chakra is at the base of the spine. Sacral chakra is next. It governs the sexual organs, right? And also the womb. But this is where creativity lies, right? When we are intimate or get together, link up, we create. 1 plus 1 equals 3 or more, right? So it's creative energy. It's also where our sense of trust, also our openness to other relationships, our sensitivity or our sensuality, that is also Venus energy. Then we have up next solar plexus, which is at the a little bit up from the navel. So this rules our digestive system. This is our sense of courage, our will, our drive, our confidence, and also our second brain, right? So gut instincts, right? That's still a part of a primal instinct because it's in the lower three chakras. All right. Then we have the heart chakra. We have to tend to the heart space, right? To know that so that we operate out of love. We do things out of love, right? This could be love, love for all, or love for self, or love for self first, so that way you can love people from a distance, right? Or invite people in. Open up yourself to invite people in, right? To being more gentle and kind to yourself, and therefore you're being more gentle and kind to others, right? So, and then we have the throat chakra. Taurus was all about the neck and the throat and the larynx. So, expressing yourself. So, having the confidence and the security within self to speak your mind, having the confidence to hear, to listen to your inner self, right? To get the direct downloads from spirit, from source, from your ancestors, from your guides, right? And take that in. Then we have the third eye. This is trusting our intuition. This is visualizing what we want to attract it into our lives. right? Again, we are approaching Samhain, aka Halloween, the Day of the Dead. We talk about the veil being very thin, where we might get spirit communications. You might be getting stuff through dreams. Also, this is Scorpio. We are in Scorpio season, so this has to do with all things the occult, all things spirituality. So yes, 10 to the third eye too. And I put third eye plexus, but that's wrong. It's just third eye. Then we have the crown chakra, tapping into your divinity. Um, I listen to Free Soul, FR33 Soul, and I think this song is called Pyramid. Um, I'm at the top of the pyramid, looking the God in the mirror shit. So it's like you recognizing the sovereignty, the divinity within you. You're also acknowledging that there be a most high, right? Even if you consider it your higher self, and you're having communication with that within yourself. So yeah, you're trusting that guidance that you're getting. All right. So then we're going to talk about goddesses and gods. People call them deities as well that you can work with, right? These are energies that you work with. And think about the Most High being. This is also giving me like in comedicism, newt, like the sky, right? But thinking about there's one thing, but there's so many different subcategories that you can dive deeper and deeper in the subsections and the subsections. So if you're feel resistant into working with a certain goddess or a certain energy, or however you want to put a name on it, I would suggest looking at it that way. It's a different. It's an energy, right? Because um, for the goddesses here, I have Oshun, as we've been discussing. I have Hathor and Lakshmi. These are all goddesses that represent Venus, right? If you think about Greek mythology, that's Aphrodite, right? So it has to do with love, beauty, sensuality, right? The rivers for Oshun, that's water, the water element, right? Um, and that's sacral chakra. Um, then we have Hathor. We have goddess of music, dance, love, and joy, right? And then Lakshmi, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. So you see how these are all giving some type of aspect of Venus, which why it's good to work with them during this time um for the Taurus full moon, lunar eclipse. All right. And then we have the gods, right? This is the more of the masculine energy. So in Ifa or the Yoruba tradition, West African, it would be Eshu and Ogun. So Eshu is the god of crossroads, also choices I put, and trickster spirit. So it's funny because I think, was it earth signs? I think it was earth signs, and it makes sense. We're in the Taurus full moon, that it was a lot of crossroads that we were discussing, right? So Ace, might be someone that you will want to look into. And I do want to say again, if a disclaimer, make sure you research. This is uh just a skim of what these energies are about. Make sure you do your research, okay? Um, and then, so with Eshu, we also have Ogun. He's the god of war, strength, iron, and craftsmanship, right? He's like the clear the path to a new life. Also with Oya as well. But Eshu and Ogun, they're a great duo for a balanced approach to challenges, right? So Eshu gets a bad rap. I will say I've worked with him a few times, like, I don't know. But I've been called. Like I was driving and I seen it was a Michigan license plate. And like I said, I'm from Detroit, but I'm in Tennessee. So it was a Michigan license plate and it said a shoe 1717. And I said, and it wasn't all I would say, it wasn't a melanated person driving that car. So I was just like, huh, okay, there's something to this. And I was already going to another spiritual shop to get a book. And I seen a issue like statue. It wasn't big, but I was like, let me grab this because you calling me. And I'm an answer. I'm an answer. But anyway, we got Horus for the Kemetic god. He's the god of the sky, protection, and kingship. So you can kind of see how Horus can also, he's the messenger as well. Eshu is Mercury's energy. So the same type of energy there, but Horus also has that connection with Ogun. So I feel like Horus is like the combo of Eshu and Ogun. And then Lord Shiva in Hindu is a god of destruction and transformation. Okay, and that's giving a lot of Scorpio energy. Okay, as well. And it's that, but also Ogun that clear the path to a new life, right? War, for sure. Strength, Lord Shiva. All right, we got a couple of more slides, y'all. We're gonna talk about the herbs. We're gonna talk about the herbs that you can use. These are just some that you may have these in your kitchen cabinet. You may want to use these. Can you use some of these? Maybe as tea, use them as seasonings within food, or put in your candle magic or burn incense. Okay. So the herbs that I put here are lavender, rose, allspice. So allspice, you can cook with allspice. Definitely can use this in your candle magic. Lavender and rose you can even do in your bath salts, right? We got basil. You definitely can cook with that. We got catnip. Catnip is good for attraction energy. We have patchouli. You can use that as an incense. For sure, you can use the essential oils. So you can also use these as essential oils as well. And then I put cinnamon, nutmeg, or pumpkin spice, right? You can use the pumpkin spice seasoning for because it has those herbs blended into it, right? But this is all about prosperity, taking action, um, love, all that stuff. Cinnamon is good for a lot of things. Then we also have alfalfa and five finger grass. These are herbs that you can use in your candle magic for abundance and prosperity. And then we also have rosemary. Rosemary is good for protection, but I also think that's good for prosperity as well, I believe. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, hey, I didn't see you over here. Okay, you just messaged not that long ago. Hey, lovely. How you doing? And then let's see. We have additional ways to work with this moon. We have tap into the senses, right? We talked about sensuality. So this can be looking into the tantric arts. Tantric does not have to be just sexual. It can be, and then when we think about pleasure, that's not just sexual as well. You can have a pleasure filled life, right? And that can be having a tantric lifestyle, taking things slow and really tapping into the senses. Okay. And that's to explore sensuality. Also meditate and visualize, right? Take a ritual bath. We talked about that and some herbs you can use. You can also, as you're meditating, they call it drawing down the moon, drawing down the moon or moon bathing, right? You can also, grounding practices are the same as meditation, but a lot of times meditation, it does not have to be just sitting cross-legged. Grounding exercises could be taking a walk, could be dancing. I could have put dance here as well. That's also Venus energy. And then we have financial planning, self-care rituals. Make sure you tap into those. Make sure you journal. All right, we did talk about those 3 journal prompts that I provided. And it's always a good time, especially when you're working with the moon, to get a reading. All right. So those are some things you can do to work with the moon. And yeah, that's that's it. That's all, folks. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all, if y'all don't follow me, make sure you follow me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, especially to my YouTube channel. I am doing a free giveaway for a reading there, so make sure you check out my YouTube channel. And yeah, we're gonna close out here. Let's see. We're gonna close out here with the Work Your Light Oracle. Okay. Want to see the final messages Spirit, our ancestors, our gods have for us at this time. I want to thank y'all for being up late with me. Mhm. Like I said, usually I'm at home chilling in bed or sleep. So we're gonna get this. I seen this. Let me take it. It's funny, we got the similar message in a reading I just did. Okay. Boom. So we have Pleiades, which is starseed energy. Okay, so if you're in the starseeds, make sure you look up the Pleiades energy. It says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So you all that are here, that are tuned in on live, or even have made it to the video at this point on the replay, you're definitely called here to lead, and you're here to raise the frequency of the planet. Like in the Starseed Oracle, which is also by the same author, when it says double mission, it said Starseed Lightworker. Okay, so it's talking about uplifting the planet. So also, Warrior Woman. Well, no, I want to do Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. So this is all your spirit team, your spirit guides, your ancestors here. They're confirming that they're trying to get in contact with you, especially during this time, right? And know that as we navigate this this challenging energy that we're in, right? The world is going through stuff. I know I haven't really talked about what's going on in the news or things like that, but I don't want to get bogged down with that. But just as a whole, like everything that's happening, even the energy that we talked about, like Lord Shiva and Ogun, the gods of war and destruction, we are going through that. We're seeing it in our, in our global world. Uh, what is it? So within, so without. All right. But just know it's divine orchestration. So if you're feeling a little chaotic, you're going through the dark night of the soul, you're being triggered, right? You know, you're grieving a loss, whether it be for someone that passed on or someone that you just had to let go of something or someone, right? Know that it's a blessing, right, in disguise, and also know if it's a past loved one, this is also confirmation that they're here looking after you and guiding you and helping you. So that means further tap into your ancestral work. You may want to get an ancestral altar. You may just want to honor them in some way. Get their favorite food, play their music and dance, watch old videos, look at pictures, look up your ancestry, talk to family that's here, you know, do what you do. And then we have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? Remember, you have a double mission. You have a double mission. So yes, you may have a purpose, right? But also it's 11:11 on the clock. Within that, right? You're also here to raise the frequency. So and be a beacon of light. So with being a beacon of light, you need to know the darkness. You got to go through some stuff, right? You are a warrior. And with going into the darkness, with surviving the dark night of the soul, which gaining the lessons from the divine orchestration and being grateful for the lessons, so that way you can continue to ascend and raise your frequency, you then can help others. It doesn't always have to look super spiritual, y'all. It don't. It can, most definitely. I prefer it. But that's my Pisces moon and also in Capricorn, because Capricorn is like the darkness, right? The devil energy. But then and I got my Capricorn stellium in the 8th house, which is Scorpio. So it makes sense that I love the darkness. But it don't have to be, it doesn't have to look like that. You express yourself the way that you came to express yourself. But you are part of this collective that is here to raise the frequency. And a lot of that, you have to do the inner work and go through the darkness to wake up. This is ascension. Ascension. Whew. So, yeah. Yeah, guys. Let me know how y'all like these messages, right? I didn't do the astral insights today, but I was like, I actually didn't mind. I was like, I didn't mind, but but I do enjoy looking at the astrology, um, and diving deeper. But hopefully, I'll have more time. Next time, I'll sit with my team on that, because I did feel like it was more fluid here, and I was actually able to dive into the messages more. But yeah, I know it's late. And I'm about to get off here, but just again, thank you all for being here, and I love you all, and I hope to see y'all in another video on another time. So let's get it. Let's see here. Ah, there go my music.